And again, just give yourself time to more gratitude. Good. 1, 2, oh,
Check, check. There it is. Hey. I just did. Okay, welcome everybody. This is Mission Viejo High School. What do you think? Awesome. My name is Dan Robbins. This is the La Paz Intermediate School Jazz Ensemble. We're going to play 4 numbers for you tonight. First one is by Chris Berg. It's called Talk is Cheap. It's a nice little funk chart. We're going to feature on this one Sophie on piano. She's back there behind the trumpets. We're big. You're also going to hear from Maya on the trumpet, and Brayton on the trumpet, and Kyan on the trombone. And you would have heard from Hudson, but he's not here, so you'll have to come see us next week if you want to hear a bass solo. We've got a few kids listening tonight. It's middle school and it's a weekend, you know. So, but thanks so much for having us out. And once again, this is Talk is Cheap, La Paz Intermediate School.
Stuff like this. Maybe you should stand up. Yeah, don't stand up. You won't be able to stand up. Okay, you good? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Thank you very much. Once again, you heard from Maya on the trumpet, Braden on the trumpet, and Kyan on the trombone, and Sophie on the piano. So, big shout out right here for Susie Schwartz. She's one of our board members and a former La Paz music booster, by the way. Thank you so much for coming out. And I want to thank the Mission Viejo High School Music Boosters and Mr. Thompson for inviting us. It's exciting to have these, there's Mr. Thompson back there. It's exciting to have these performance opportunities to spend all this time in the band room, and we don't get to do enough of this. So we're going to move on to our next piece and feature one of our very fine drummers, Mr. Robbie Nolan. He's going to play a Louis Bellson piece, and this is called Brush Taps. It's a Mark Taylor arrangement, and you're also going to hear from Kayla Kim on the piano on this one. And anybody else? No? All right. Brush Taps.
Well,